have, stupidly enough, sitting right next to my desk, an entire bottle of the coconut rum,
Ah, okay.
Why is
which
it?
I am.
It,
Huh?
it looks like it's got
I
a
just
foamy
dropped
head.
it
Yeah,
off
it's kind of.
camera
I was
right
gonna say it's
here.
kind of
Trying to move it to
foamy. Is it supposed to be like that?
I don't think so.
coconut rum. Looks like pina
Ah.
colada.
That's not. Never mind.
This is a
I will
children's show.
save that joke for another show.
That's
According to the internet, coconuts are mammals. They have fur and they give milk.
oh
No.
yes.
I mean, yeah, by the loosest definition, yes.
I mean that's the same definition you would give a platypus.
but a platypus
Platypuses
is
are
not a
also
mammal.
mammals.
No, they're not.
Supposedly not.
Wait,
They have eggs, but they're
I
warm
was gonna
blooded.
say, yeah, they're marsupials.
You're a
Marsupials are
marsupial.
mammals.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. They're a subset of mammals.
I
A kangaroo
remember
has to be a
marsupial
mammal. It's
jokes
not a
on the
dinosaur
Animaniacs.
as much as it looks like one.
I just remember marsupial jokes on the Animaniacs. Marsupial.
Marsupial. Those were
Kids
great
today
shows.
don't even know about Animaniacs.
No,
Well-
they do because they've relaunched them. They're
Yeah,
new.
but you know what? It wasn't the
It's-
same. It was different
I mean,
writers and
So that actually, funny enough, a lot of the same writers and a lot of the same voice actors are still doing the new one.
The-
But it
I
is
don't
made
know.
for a new time. It is
Yeah,
made
the
for the new
jokes were-
generation. My kid loves it. They get to watch it
Yeah.
for breakfast at school.
the
And
jokes
they-
were just so sly and sneaky and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Adults,
back before we had Wikipedia and we could look up like what was that joke about? You couldn't
Yeah, exactly. I think that's
wasn't
the
quite that
coolest
easy.
thing today is that you can
Yeah.
actually like all those jokes. You're like, "Hey, Dad, what do they mean by that?" Because you see
Yeah.
your father chuckling. He's like, don't worry about it."
So I was in high school when it came out, so yeah, I loved it. Oh, so
Oh yeah,
good.
no.
Yeah.
I watched Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, Eek the Cat. I don't know very many people who know Eek the Cat. That one was also a fun one.
Well, and wasn't that where Candlejack was on Animaniacs?
Oh yeah.
Remember,
Oh,
don't
wait,
say.
no.
Oh wait, you're not
No,
supposed to
that
say
was
it.
Freakazoid.
Was that? Yeah, Freakazoid. Yeah, you're not supposed to
Freakazoid.
say it. If you say candle, you're not supposed to finish it.
Good idea.
Because
Bad
there was
idea.
somebody I used to work with, and it was like Candlejack. They would just pop up anytime you say, "Yeah, I gotta stop saying the name." Okay, so my favorite pirate joke.
Okay.
Pirate
Bring it.
walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, buddy, you know you got a steering wheel in your pants." And the pirate says, "Yar, it's driving me nuts."
Driving me
My
nuts.
favorite pirate joke. It's so old and it's so dumb, and I pull it out every year.
It's all right. It's kind of like this one. Why is pirating so addictive?
Why?
Because once because once you lose your hand, you're hooked.
Oh, shut up. So bad.
Hello, Rita.
Hello, Rita.
Hello, Rita.
Lawrence.
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
R.
No. C.
My life, my love, and my lady is the sea.
Oh my god.
Har.
See, that's what I said too, Lawrence. I thought it was R.
What happened when Bluebeard fell overboard in the Red Sea? He got
Purple.
marooned.
So bad. And that will be our show tonight.
Don't worry.
Bad
These
pirate
fish puns will
jokes.
really split your gills tonight.
The worst.
We came prepared.
Y'all gotten any rain down where you are?
Little?
Last
Um,
week.
Yeah, last
you?
week was enough to knock the dust off my car, and it
We
still
just got a
looks kind of
whole
nice.
bunch, like the last few hours. Yeah.
We
Oh
haven't
yeah,
watched
yeah.
them
You
yet.
guys are getting a lot this weekend.
Yeah,
as
it
well
was
because
awesome.
of the stuff moving in from Oklahoma.
My deck is covered in leaves right now. I'm gonna have to go sweep. But yeah, it's supposed to get some more here in a little bit, maybe with hail. So I'm praying we won't get any hail out of it.
You don't want some Texas iced tea?
I'd rather not because
Yeah.
I don't have time to take my car up to the school garage and leave it there.
No one can financially recover from it right now. You got to save all your call-ins for the winter time when everything breaks.
Oh, well, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to another weird winter.
We are too, actually, at work. We are since I work for an IT company that's a service company for many little businesses. I've been tasked because I mentioned it to write a weatherize your business form, essentially with a checklist, and basically, what is y'all's plan this week? What is your plan for the wintertime? Are you gonna be working from home? If that's the case, do you have all the associate gear? Do you have your servers backed up if you're not on the cloud, so that y'all, even if the power goes down, y'all can still work? Or it's a whole bunch of fun stuff on that one. So I don't know. I'm excited about it. I've been put in charge of something.
Woo!
Woo!
The fools.
Well, I got to do my self appraisal today at work.
Oh,
It was very exciting.
Working for the government's awesome that way.
It was
like,
awesome.
Self-appraise.
Write a page on how awesome you are.
Yeah,
basically, I have to go over the goals that I wrote last year and talk about how I've
You've
achieved
met them, and far surpassed them, and saved the government money.
I kind of shit the bed on the third goal, which was the wellness goal. But
Well,
I wrote
okay.
that I spent too much time working on the actual important project that I didn't have much time to devote to.
Well, so when it comes to like wellness goal, what are your demographics for measurement?
I mean, we had a book that I don't want to poop on it since I don't know who's watching this, but we had a book about self-care, and it was about taking like webinars about taking care of yourself and getting up and walking around, which I actually have to do anyway because of my arthritis. I have to get up usually every hour or so and take a constitutional around the library just to keep myself from cramping. So yeah.
So what do you use for beads?
What?
The whole like Catholic thing about like
I'm not praying the rosary. I'm walking around the building.
The librarian version of a rosary would be what, bookmarks?
No. I get up and I walk around and I talk shit to the people that I work with, and then I go back to my office.
How is that different than being a part of IT? I mean,
it's really not. But I'm a librarian, so it's fancy.
There you go. Yeah.
I guess it depends on whether you're wearing a cardigan and cat eye glasses or not.
'Tis the season.
It's after 8, so we need to
yes.
push the button.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yarr.
Texas Steampunk Connection coming to you live from various parts of Texas in our bunkers and airships and whatnot. I am Flavio as usual, and with me as always is Thax, the gentleman adventurer, and Jack from Steam Chest. And we have Master Blue Stocking. Say hello, guys.
Hey!
So once again, we are here to talk, probably about steampunk, most likely, because that's what this is about. Thank you for listening to the Texas Steampunk Connection.
Good evening, everybody. This is the Texas Steampunk Connection once again, the longest-running steampunk podcast on the internet that I know of.
Clockwork Cabaret might be.
That's okay. That's
they started in like 2009, but
they're more of a musical,
everybody else came in. Yeah, everybody else came and went, including me. So.
We just integrated you in, so technically you're part of it from the beginning.
Pulled me into it.
We can retroactively add you, so
I guessed it a few times.
Yeah, we're great. This is great. You just migrated.
Although I never actually was on when you were, Jack. I think I was.
That was funny there for a while. Apparently, we had like a second co-host.
I don't think we actually met until I came.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 episodes before we were like, oh, look, we're on the same thing at the same time.
Finally.
Rita and Lawrence are with us tonight, of course. Glad that you guys have tuned in, and it is Talk Like a Pirate Day. So, Yar, I have asked.
How do pirates prefer to communicate?
What was that?
Eye to eye.
Oh my God. Do you just have like a list there on your computer in another window that you're just going to go down the
this is all from the brain right now. I've been doing this all day.
No, that's worse. Also, I would like to say I'm sorry that I was not able to be on the last episode because I wanted to talk to Rita about her trip to Asylum. Because it is a super fun time, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to be here for that. So
I understand.
But now that the weather is finally broken, migraines are getting better. So
yay!
Yeah. Just needed, the water to actually come out of the sky instead of just sitting there. Fall. It's beautiful.
It is. Johnny Steverson, who has just tuned in and says, "Arr."
There you go.
Yeah, the weather is slightly cooler. We're
It's
not getting into
delightful.
100-degree weather down here. We got some rain last week, and blue stocking up in Dallas Fort Worth. You're getting rain as we speak.
Yeah, it was real heavy there for, I don't know, an hour and a half. It slowed down, but it's supposed to, we're getting a whole bunch of storms coming down, crossing the Red River. So we're supposed to get some more here in a little bit. And it is lovely. It's beautiful. It's cool and windy and fall. I've got all my candles lit. So it's perfect. And I have a 6-foot jack-o'-lantern scarecrow thing in a box that I'm going to be setting up this weekend in my front yard.
My brother-in-law
favorite
got a
time of
job at a Spirit Halloween store, and
Nice.
they don't pay him worth a darn, but they do give him a 30% discount. So
That makes it worth it.
of
I
the
could save
nickels
some
and
money
dimes that he
working for
earns,
them in
they'll
that
be
case.
happy to take it back.
Yes, that is completely worth it, man. I've got a whole bunch of gear sitting around me in my spare room right now that needs to get put up because we're going to expand on the little witches carrying the skeleton through the yard. We're going to get a couple of additional full skeletons that are going to be belly crawling across the yard dressed like pirates because they're going to rescue their brethren.
Nice.
We're going to try to figure out how to get a knife.
Gotta get one with the freaking
yes,
sword
the
in its
cutlass
teeth.
in his teeth. Yes, yeah, we're gonna get that all set up in the front yard probably next weekend.
Love it.
Yes,
Lots of pictures.
witches and with bloody axes and pirates, skeletons crawling across the yard, and a great big metal scarecrow with a jack-o'-lantern head.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my time to shine, baby.
I know what you mean. We're already the family's already putting in their ideas for what we want to carve our pumpkin for. So
That's the one thing I don't do. I have a paranoia about people smashing them, like stealing them off the porch. And,
oh yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
so
But
yeah.
we're still gonna carve it and take pictures and probably keep it inside.
Yeah,
Until
I don't know. Maybe I'll try that this year.
Yep.
Give it a shot. Are you all stocked up, Thax? I know this is your. Oh, and by the way, I took your advice and I went to Home Goods. This is where I got a butt ton of stuff. Yeah,
Ooh.
tons of stuff at Home Goods. Yeah, actually, Matt was like, you need to stop," because we were in the checkout line and I was pulling more stuff off of the.
Stop! I'm already broke.
And we had already been to Michael's because Michael's and Home Goods are in the same shopping center. I was like, well, let's go to Joanne, but he wasn't feeling good, so he got out of going to Joanne because it was on the other side of town. So, yeah,
I find that shopping is stressful these days. I don't want to
yeah,
do it for too long. I can only. I
Yeah,
only
he's
have so
not
many
doing well with
spoons,
people.
and then I gotta go home.
yeah. He's not doing so well with people right now, so But yeah, we're getting stocked up. We've been ordering some stuff, so it's very, very exciting. I can't wait.
My life has been pretty thrown off right now, so I'm not.
What's going on?
Erica had to go up to Indiana to see her folks. We went on
Yeah.
trip up there in the spring. She's gone back because they're taking a turn, and so she's taking care of her parents and cleaning up their house while they're not in it. And so I'm home alone with the pets and having to cook for myself.
Oh, no.
Everything feels real weird. And
Yeah.
I don't know when she'll be back. She may not be back until November. I don't know.
No. Oh, I am so sorry. Yeah, I've kind of been absent from Facebook, but I saw her post pictures of her cat today with thumbs. I was like, did they get a cat? What is happening?
Those are her parents' cats.
Very cute.
That are going to need to be rehomed here fairly soon, I think.
Or we talk. Oh, okay, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Her parents are just not in a position to take care of them anymore.
Yeah.
When I was up there, they're practically feral.
Oh, the cats.
Yeah, they come in. They eat.
Like, parents are cats.
Parents are practically feral at this point. We're just gonna,
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that because they're very like this one I saw, the black and white one with Hemingway. It's very beautiful. Yeah, he looked like a little gentleman, but I guess looks can be deceiving.
I mean, they're cute and they can be sweet. So they're cats. It's not for me.
I didn't know you weren't.
I used to have cats, but when Erica's passed away some years ago and we didn't get any more, we realized that life was just easier without them.
To each their own. I mean, I'm 47 and I've spent exactly 1 month of my entire life without cats in it. So I honestly could not even imagine.
And we both learned that we were actually allergic to cats. The whole
Yeah,
time.
I am too. That's the Flonase and the Benadryl and
Yeah,
the Advair.
I'm with you on that. I'm partially allergic to my own cat, and that becomes
Like I said, though,
a
I'm so used
problem
to
really
it.
quick.
Yeah, I just, but I'm sorry to hear that that's going on. It's no fun for anybody. So.
Oh, and a friend of Jack's, who's a librarian, listened to our show recently and said, what did she say? It was cringe.
Why?
We're the cringiest
However,
podcast
the
around.
other half of this,
Wait, was
other
it an
half
episode?
of the comment that she gave me was the fact is that we're doing things that she would never be able to do. Would be to apparently get up and talk to people in front of a microphone.
Oh,
so, yeah,
I can do that. Well, you said she's a librarian.
yeah.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
she
Librarians
works at the library.
typically are not great public speakers, but this I can do.
Yeah.
Actual people, like people staring at me. No, I am terrible. I'm terrible at presentations. I'm horrible. I hate it. But this is easy because I don't have people except for you two. I don't have anybody making faces at me, at least that I can see, which makes it so much easier. People could be making all sorts of hairy eyeball while I'm doing this, and I don't know. And that
exactly.
Yeah.
I aim. The way I get over it is I aim for the airy eyeballs.
Well, I mean, yeah, with my dissertation one, yeah, I'm actually kind of aiming for some stink eye, but now this is. I found that this was a good way to be able to talk to people and still maintain my comfort zone.
Yeah.
So
Glad to hear
but
that.
I'm sad that we're cringy.
But
I
I'm
mean,
surprised.
I'm going to make fun of her a little bit on this. I'm just going to say right now, she's a little younger than I am. And everything an older person does to her would be cringe.
Oh, okay.
Probably not watching us right now. If she is, I'm going to hear about it later because I got to go by there. I got to go by there and fix some things later.
You know what? I am 47 years old. I am not covering up my weird anymore.
That's pretty much my
who
thing.
I am.
Too. I'm like, I aim
it
to
took
be
me a long
weird,
time to get comfortable with this. And yes, Johnny, we have talked about doing some recordings at events where we've been hammering out discussing the logistics of that.
Logistics. So. I've been playing with it.
And the connection to Wi-Fi is really the trick. But
for
those of the audience, Johnny Steverson wants us all to know that the Galveston Steampunk Festival has expanded to 3 days of activities from the 2 last year. There was the big event on Saturday, and then on Sunday there was tours of Galveston in little Model A cars, and
which I didn't get to do. So
yeah, we were kind of wiped. We went home, but I guess awesome. Now Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Very excited. Yeah,
very cool.
And Shannon and Emery will be coming back down with us, as far as I know. So they will be
very
at Steampunk
nice.
November with us, and then and Emery was excited to create her outfit because she got too tall for her dress. So we're gonna get to re-steampunk her all over again. So yeah,
kids will do that.
No, you can't make them stop. It's the worst.
Yeah, I try to put books on Cody's head. It doesn't work.
All right, so
I notice you are enjoying a drink of some sort.
Yes, and did you notice, by the way, one of my home goods purchases? I got this one has the black cats.
Oh, very nice.
I got a set of 4. I have some bats. I have some pumpkins. It's Lambrusco, the Nota Rosa Lambrusco that I can get from Kroger for $11 for a great big bottle, and it's delicious. So
does what it needs to do.
Hey, it works. It's fall. Got the red wine, so yeah, nice. It's all good. And
love it.
Jack has something that he claims is coconut rum.
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know. I have my.
It looks better now. See.
Okay. Now it looks better. Don't.
Now that I haven't dropped it and picked it up and to show you with it all looking like this.
And then it looks really weird.
Jeez.
Well, I've been holding on to this for a while. It is for Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Oh
I've
no.
got this box called Darkness Falls.
What is that?
Whole, like, picture of some sort of pirate.
Barrel aged what?
It is a rum barrel aged coconut milk stout at 9.8%.
Oh.
Have you already cracked it open?
Nope.
Oh, we're doing it. Are we doing an unboxing?
I guess I'm doing an unboxing.
We're influencers now.
Now, with a big, tall box like this, I thought it was going to be a bottle, but it is a can.
Oh.
That's
That's a little disturbing, like a little off-putting.
There's another one in here.
Oh,
It is full.
Not nearly as bad.
Okay.
Full of. Okay.
We
That's
offset
deceptive.
we offset the disappointment with more. I like
Oh,
it.
no. Okay, so you've never tried this before?
Nope. It's
And
from Martin House Brewing.
Okay. You
And
said it's coconut milk stout?
It's coconut milk stout.
Okay.
Milk stout implies that it's been infused, added milk sugars, which the yeast will not eat, so they stay in there and maintain a sweet flavor.
Is that what that means? Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
That's one reason it's almost as thick as like, yeah.
It's dark.
Well, coconut milk is almost as good as cream. If you you can use it to make whipped cream. Yeah, it's so. Yeah, if you take a can, put it upside down in the fridge. Well, if you take the can, you put it upside down in the fridge, let it get nice and cold. Then when you open it back up, all of the good stuff is at the top. You scoop it out, and you just put it in a KitchenAid for a little while.
I was actually thinking you were talking about like the coconut milk that's been made to be a creamer type of thing.
No, you take the can of
you
take the can of it. Yeah. All right, let's watch his face.
So it smells great.
Okay.
I'm getting a lot of strong coconut, like toasty coconut notes.
Bum, bum.
Oh yeah.
You feel like a pirate?
You have to like coconut.
I do. That's one of my favorite things, actually.
And rum, coconut rum, perhaps would be best. This is terrific. Yeah, it's very foamy on the head. It is I would call it an imperial, very strong flavor. And not only does it look like coffee, it's got the bitterness like of a coffee.
Oh,
very
man.
good.
Cool.
Very good.
Good.
I'm thrilled. I'll have to know where you picked it up at next.
I got an HEB. It was on sale. Usually,
Always
you have an HEB that carries
HEB or Aldi's. He always gets something interesting.
This usually goes for like $11.27 for the two cans.
Wow.
Damn.
I
Okay.
got it for half that.
Oh,
I figured I better grab it while I can.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, not an everyday drinker, but very, very good.
Good.
All right. So now we're down to it. We've got to talk about steampunk stuff.
That's the show, I think.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Blue Stocking, you were just saying before we started up that Lies of P is coming
Lies
out?
of P dropped today. Yeah, and like I said, I heavily contemplated calling off, or not calling, but just taking a mental health day and buying it, but I didn't. And I was going to buy it when I got home, but I thought no, because I got the show in a few hours, and I'm not going to want to. So I'm going to probably buy it tomorrow when I get home from work. And yes, I've been waiting for this game for a year, I think. So yeah.
And briefly remind people what the heck are we talking about?
Lies of P. It is a grim, dark version of Pinocchio, and it's not a first person, but it's an adventure game. It's just the trailers that we've watched are just really, really beautiful. It's Jack's pulling it up.
It's trying to come up. It's giving me issues suddenly. There we go.
Yeah. It's just, the artwork, it's just gorgeous. The combat looks beautiful. The play style is, look at that. It is just, It almost has
It's-
a Final Fantasy-esque quality to it. It looks
It's
like.
got like a Final Fantasy Dark Souls
Yeah.
to it, and it's exceedingly steampunk. Like this machine
Yeah.
that's coming after this guy right now is
Yep.
looking like you ripped him out of like some sort of electrical conduit.
Yeah. It is gorgeous, and like I said, it's. I mean, if you know the story, the Carlo Collodi's original Pinocchio, it is a damn dark story. So this is not your Disney version. This is Collodi's. This is closer to Collodi's Pinocchio with steampunk tossed in. So it is so pretty, so pretty. So I'm excited for it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe once we get off of here, I'll go buy it.
It's going to be a short show tonight, everybody. We're going to have to.
Blue Stock, I don't feel good. I have a migraine. I need to.
And we're done. We're going to all get off today. And hope you guys enjoy it. Max, run the footage.
Look at it. Look at that. It's so pretty.
It is gorgeous.
I love a dark steampunky carnival. It's just, and like I said,
it looks like they took the guy from Dune who plays Paul and stuck him in here as the main character.
Timothy Chalamet, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, because it's got the, I mean, look at that. How badass is that? It's
all right,
just
some of this might be a little graphic because the monsters, but
the monster looks like he was straight out of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
But I mean, they're just, and they do have a really Final Fantasy-esque look to them.
Oh yeah, no, it's very much so.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, the drama!
I know. Look at that.
And all that clockwork.
Is that the Emperor of Man?
I don't know. It's just, I'm like mesmerized. I've been watching the trailer so much, and I'll probably be terrible because I am terrible at fighting games, but I don't care. I'm going to try it. It's not first person, so I should be able to. Yeah, I do so much better with third person. But look at that. It's a
submarine
shark. It's a submarine shark.
Oh yeah. That's what some of us are looking forward to for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Lawrence points out there's another game coming out February of next year called Nightingale.
I haven't heard of that one.
I consider Jack like the video game specialist of the three of us.
Nightingale. Let's see here.
Shared world survival crafting game. There's playnightingale.com. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you need to pull that up, Jack. That's
I'm working on it. Let's see.
The website is playnightingale.com.
Play Nightingale.
Yeah, that's. Thank you, Lawrence. The mysterious and dangerous fey realms of Nightingale. It's a gas lamp fantasy.
Ooh, shiny revolvers.
Yes.
That looks cool.
Shared world survival crafting game. You know what? I may have to get my friends into this. This is right up our alley usually.
Arcane portals leading to mystical land of Fey. Navigate Fey wild forests. And there's this picture of this gentleman hunter with this enormous blunderbuss and
that
fantastic mustache.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of Are You Being Hunted?
It does have like an Are You Being Hunted look with kind of a Atlas Arc style mining bit. Oh,
that's beautiful.
Creepy fairies straight out of Zelda. Oh,
people,
that building.
People always say that steampunk is dead, but that aesthetic is never going to die in a video game.
No, this is like straight up.
Oh, you can do your own character design?
Like Conan.
Oh, look at that.
I wonder if you can tame the animals.
My guess would be,
yes.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Another steampunk survival game. I'm most likely involved in this now. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Lawrence.
It does have. It sort of has a East Asian flavor.
It does have a little bit of East Asian
looking realms.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
Yeah, as I said, it's a Fey steampunk thing, which almost it's reminded. I'm wondering if it's like got a Carnival Row thing going on with it. Like how Fey is it going to get? But look at that. That's like straight out of Cthulhu. Look at that.
It's like Monster Hunter / Game of like.
Oh, it's first person though.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that there might be a way to go to third person.
Yeah.
Most of these usually have a way to zoom out behind you, so you can see behind your head.
Yeah,
But,
because
yeah, it's like I've been playing
I've heard.
Conan a lot lately with some friends, and this is like Conan but steampunk.
Oh, it's right
Yeah,
before
count
my
me in.
birthday. Cool. Thank you, Lawrence. That's another thing to look forward to. And that'll be a few days before my birthday. So that's exciting. Cool. Well,
Very
hopefully
cool.
Liza P will keep me busy until that one comes out. Awesome.
Very awesome.
Yes. The steampunk aesthetic works so good in video games because it's so easy to get it right because even
Oh, yeah.
Warcraft has it threaded all the way through. It's just
not
beautiful.
the goblins,
the goblins and the gnomes.
The gnomes, yeah, that was the other
The
one.
gobbies and the gnomes. Yes, it's all about the steampunk. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I plunked down $20 to buy the Steam Scale Incinerator flying mount because it's a metal dragon and it's awesome.
Yeah, I'll admit that I almost did that one, but I've
you
dumped a bunch of money into Heroes of the Storm for
I
stuff at some points.
Don't usually buy things like that, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's a flying metal dragon. Come on, I was able to steampunk out my characters completely, my gnome and my goblin.
Yep.
So yeah, I've got all the clockwork animals. So yeah, you can definitely do a steampunk thing with Warcraft if you get the right stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. Oh, maybe I'll be staying up to play Liza P tonight. Hi,
Kristen's
Kitty.
Late. You're late.
That's okay.
No.
We love her anyway.
Kitty's
You
having a
missed
birthday.
All the fun stuff.
Wait. It's Kitty's birthday?
I know it's coming up. She was just saying how this weekend she's going out to the big event up in North Texas, the Steampunk District at the Iron Horse Heritage Festival.
Oh yeah,
Not
yeah.
working it because it is her birthday.
Happy birthday soon.
And
Yay.
also Jenny Shaver, it's her birthday today.
Wow.
Another one of our patrons. So happy birthday to Jen.
Happy fall birthday.
So what did
Cool.
you guys bring to talk about? Let's get into some meat.
Liza P.
Neat, huh?
Liza P.
We got
My
Liza
excitement
P.
over Liza P.
I mean, we've gone through a lot of games so far. We got
Yes.
the opening story of all the puns. We have the alcohol talk. We now have
Jack,
the
do you have
game
any more
talk.
jokes for us? Do you want to eject any more jokes before we move on? Come
Why
on.
did the parrot go to school?
Why?
To improve his articulation skills.
But you gotta say R.
Articulation.
There you go. Okay. So homework. Who brought homework?
I brought some homework.
What is your
We went and saw some homework.
What did you
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell us about that, Jack.
So we went or I was taken out like on a date.
Oh,
Ah,
aw.
And we went and saw
it was called
I'm brain.
Raven Winged Hours.
yes,
Uh,
Edgar Allan Poe theatrical production in person.
Ooh.
And it was really good. I enjoyed it. They played it off kind of like I would say like one of those things you'd watch on TV where you'd have the main character play the narrator and be like, come up and like do the fourth wall thing with you, and
Okay.
then like let me tell you a story, and then it like blend, and then the actors would roll up and start playing the story out in front of you. And I like how they did a lot of they didn't have like, so the floor itself, or I guess the theater itself, was kind of left open to allow for a lot of movement. It wasn't cluttered with a lot of different props, but they used people as props, and they wandered around. They were wearing all black, and so you knew that they weren't supposed to be like seen, but they'd be like whispering into the characters' ears and moving around objects and just generally being kind of dark and mysterious powers that
yeah, sometimes they played sort of the chorus role as a sort of the inner monologue of the characters as they descend into madness.
Mm-hmm.
In the Bottle of Amontillado, they were the walls of the
crypt.
the crypt
They
as
all
they're
held their
wandering
arms
back
like
and
this
forth.
up,
That's
and
cool.
they lined in front of you, and then the characters would walk behind them holding a lantern, and so the lights, would fall on you as they were walking through, like you were a camera following behind a wall of a crypt. And, like, it was really cool way to use the room you had, and so when they went going down another hallway, the whole all of them would line up into a different angle, and so it looked like a different wall. But
That's cool.
it was very cool. And then when they wanted to do kind of those horror moments of them being eaten by their by the emotions / darkness, they would all crowd around the main character and hands and arms would basically engulf them and then haul them off screen. It was a very interesting way of not having CGI and yet bring the same kind of idealism to your brain about what was going on. And then they did The Raven, and that was fun. And then Pax had to remind me of the Simpsons version of The Raven,
The
which
Simpsons
was
version is
narrated by
amazing.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah,
I shared with you guys earlier, just because it made me laugh so freaking hard.
Yeah,
Quote the
it's
Raven.
so good.
Eat my shorts.
Eat my shorts.
Treehouse of Horror, man, they had some amazing stuff back then.
Oh,
Yeah.
all of their Halloween specials are to die.
I haven't
for.
watched any in years.
The best one
Yeah.
I think was still 7. The one where it was a 3-hour ordeal, and it turns out one of the mini episodes was the teachers at the school started eating the children.
Yes, yeah, I remember that one.
That
Was
was
that
the
the Uter sausages?
yeah. I told him one day I'd make something of them, so I did.
Yeah, don't make me run. I'm full of chocolate. Yeah.
And that was the one where the janitor's like, "Don't worry, kids, I'll save you," and then gets his head cleaved.
Well, do
Every
you remember the
episode?
one with the Shining one where he shows up and he's like, "You got the shinin," and Bart's like, "Don't you mean the Shining? Shut up, boy. Do you want to get us sued?"
Yeah, that's going on. I know probably Thax has got some more stuff he wants to talk about it as well from his angle.
What's your angle, Thax?
I don't know that I have an angle. The
What do you want to
theater was at the Pioneer Farm here in North Austin. What do they call it? The Jordan Bachman Pioneer Farms, which is someplace I remember going to a week of summer camp when I was 10.
You went to summer camp?
Didn't everybody go to summer camp?
I was about to say, I've never known anybody that went to summer camp. I know.
Okay.
I didn't.
Yeah, summer camp, middle of July.
I mean,
hot
do you
and
count
miserable.
Vacation Bible School?
I didn't do that. No.
No, I've never known anybody that actually did the whole summer camp experience.
But they taught us, it was a very historical pioneer period camp where they taught you, how to churn butter and
Oh, okay.
make your own sausage.
That sounds awesome.
It was a real working farm, so you got to see the goats and the hogs and horses and stuff. It was kind of cool for a day camp. It wasn't like
Sounds fun.
it
wasn't like a sleepaway camp?
No, it was it was daycare.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about summer movies on ABC. Like you go to the sleepaway camp and there's the lake and sneaking out to go make out with somebody when you're 12 years old type summer camp.
I was going to say when I was older, I went to Boy Scout summer camp, but in Boy Scouts we didn't generally sneak.
Boys will be boys.
It's
okay if you did.
Maybe some did. That wasn't my thing.
I didn't do it at the Boy Scout camp.
No.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, it's just they're too busy looking at rocks. Talking about trains.
I like trains. That's where I learned never to pee out of fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do that. Or electric fences.
I knew about the electric fence thing, but still, this is something that, depending on what you come with, you have to be really acrobatic to manage those things. So.
This is true. This is true.
It requires some gymnastics depending on what you're equipped with. So, I have never had the opportunity to do either of those things.
Now I'm
Well,
getting
you're
flashbacks.
not
Yeah.
missing a whole lot outside of just the randomness of the situation.
Just the chance of possibly electrocuting yourself.
That's
I've
not
never
something you
done that.
expect. You're just like, I don't know what's going to happen if I do this. Yo, I was not what I should realize that.
Now
should
I know.
realize that.
Learning opportunity.
It
I
really is.
remember Boy Scout camp learning who can pee the farthest. That was very important.
That was
The furthest peer.
That was a sign of dominance.
Yep.
Oh, teenage boys. Oh, well, I say that, but men do it too. Grown men do it too. So,
I don't think I was a teenager at this point.
I have a story about a girl that I used to work with who had a thing for doing that in public and letting people take pictures of her and then putting on the internet. Very drunk at parties, just dropping trout, like literally in the middle of the street.
I'm sure she makes more money than us now.
And somebody was like, no, actually, she does the whole MLM thing because I found her. She came across my Facebook
Ooh.
one day. Yeah, she's like the essential oil MLM type thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
It happens.
Yep.
should have
Shouldn't
stuck
let
with the
people-
peeing.
Yeah, but they were.
I mean, if
Somebody-
somebody did it on OnlyFans, it might work. Might work now.
Well, this was like 2003, 2000. And somebody was like, "Did you hear about what her pic?" I'm like, and she's on her MySpace. She had him on her MySpace page, and I'm like, "Oh my!" Publicly.
You're not going to make any money that way.
No money there.
No, she was ahead of her time. She was ahead of her time. I won't say her
Yep.
name. So yeah, the weird things we do when we're young and we're drunk and we don't think that the internet is going to be forever
Oops.
because it's probably there on a Wayback Machine somewhere.
Oh, I know where all those are.
I mean, my old blog is still out there somewhere if you know what to look for. So it was just
Live
book
Journal
reviews.
still exists.
Yes, LiveJournal is still out there somewhere. I don't know. MySpace still exists. I lost the login for that a long time ago.
Yeah, everything you did on MySpace is gone. All your old messages that you
Mhm.
sent and received to your would-be future wife. Those are all gone.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah, no. I same here. Same with AOL Messenger.
Well, I mean, Twitter's about to crash and burn, so that's why Matt and I both downloaded our entire, because that's where we met. We
Yeah.
met there in 2009, so we both went in and downloaded our entire history for 15 years, and we both locked our accounts, and we're just not even on there anymore. Because
I
it's
hear
gonna die.
they're gonna charge you to have an account there now, or
Are you serious?
soon.
They're
Yeah,
working
it's
on
gonna-
that. Yeah.
All right. Well, I've already locked my accounts. But I haven't locked the ours yet. Do you want me to just lock it or delete it or?
Oh no, don't care.
What are they going to do? Charge us? We don't even have a bank account attached to it. They'll just
Yeah, no. I mean, it's just like I said. I locked mine because I didn't want any outside communication with anybody anymore, since I wasn't going to be on there. But like I said, I did download my entire, archive. But I mean, like the Dollhouse, like that was, my Dollhouse account was on there when I talked to authors, and it was so exciting.
That is cool.
And
Yeah.
now Twitter's dying. So Twitter was
Speaking
great.
of things that are
It's terrible,
dying,
it was
there are things that are coming back. Something that is dying is Twitch.tv is dying slowly. I don't know if anyone knows what
Is
Twitch
it?
is. Yeah.
I mean-
Essentially Amazon's just milking it, and then they're not iterating. They're not making anything new. They're not re-innovating. They're not innovating. That's the word I'm looking for. However, Kick is coming out, kick.com.
What is Kick?
And it's essentially Twitch 2.0. It's the next wave for people who want to stream online to make money by streaming.
Wait, is
And
Twitch
so-
going away entirely?
Twitch is not going away right now. It's not innovating. It's just bleeding people, and people
Oh, okay.
and big as influencers move off the platform. There's nothing replacing them. So
Well, where are they going?
they're going to Kick.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking at maybe
I don't
getting
use
a
any of
Kick
this.
account and seeing if there's a way to integrate it with
Okay.
StreamYard. So
I mean, I have a Discord account, but I don't actually do
I have
anything with
Discord.
it.
I'm on Discord all the time.
Okay.
We should discourse.
I mean, I have it on, but I never do anything with it.
It's fine. I mean,
It's just
at
kinda
the moment, it's
there.
just a meme generator for me and my friends when we're not playing games. So
My husband uses it to talk to his kid, but that's pretty much,
I
you
use it to
know,
talk to Cody too. It's on his phone and on his tablet, and I
yeah.
can prompt him to go do dishes before I get home and kind of things.
I mean, it comes on when I turn on my computer, so it always shows what game I'm playing.
Yeah, I mean, you can turn that part off if you want to.
I don't live stream anything because that would be really, really boring to watch me getting killed in Warcraft or setting my Sims
It's
on fire.
amazing that you say that, but I have a lot of friends who play Warcraft and they watch like hours upon hours of YouTube Warcraft. I'm like, all I see is just damage numbers, and it means nothing to me. And all these like blinking icons everywhere doesn't.
It's okay. I was watching videos today, YouTube videos of people going back in to play The Sims 1.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how bad it was. It was so awesome, but
I had to go get
God.
a sound file because when I was playing a game, it was my Nebulous Fleet Command space game, and so I remember like this moment happening in my head, and I saw this missile coming in, and my brain just like kicked on a noise from 1987 from the original Mech Warrior of being slammed by a missile, and I had to go find that, and so I'm scrounging through YouTube to find that in particular sound bite with nothing else in there with it, just to use it for that moment in my video. And then I sent it to my friends, my brother, and my other friend who would have recognized it. And now it's our ringtones or our text moments.
Of course it is. Thax, would you like to tell us what you're giggling about?
Oh, I'm just listening to you guys.
You pulled something up about airships and then it went away again.
Yeah, I have it down here in the backstage so for when it's my turn. But yeah, I've got some homework. We've talked about I've brought airships and the future of airship travel before. I think the last time we talked about it was more in the hypothetical, new technology field. But very recently, I was stumbling through YouTube and I found an article from Bloomberg about this company that is building airships as we speak in some NASA facility in Colorado. And so I pulled up their
information
web page, and let's see if I can schlep this up here.
Next generation airships.
There you go. Company is called Lighter Than Air, or LTA, and they are building.
Yes.
I say new, but it's also classic technology airships. They've got one. They've got their first airship. They finished last. Well, not finished. They've got it into the air last year inside the facility that they're building it. And it's kind of exciting that somebody is actually continuing scientific research to get these airships into the air. They're much more fuel efficient than planes or helicopters. They don't need space to take off or land. And the CEO of this company, Alan Weston, envisions these as for use in delivering emergency equipment for people in war-torn or areas that have received storms or hurricanes or natural disasters that's very difficult to actually get vehicles into to make deliveries.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently
they can carry more than most helicopters and planes for the direction they're going. Like
they were talking about cargo in the tons of pounds.
Multiple, like double digit tons.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you can carry multiple cars it's really cool technology. I know there's some military contractors using them for like high altitude communications essentially they can just sit way up and they just bounce signals around for you. Basically, just a Wi-Fi outlet access point for long distance communications and for the military.
Cool.
Because they can just loiter for months. But in this case, this is cool. I haven't heard about these guys.
Yeah, no, I hadn't heard about that either.
I learned the difference between an airship and a blimp. The airship has a rigid internal structure, where a blimp is just a shaped balloon.
The Ziploc bag.
Yeah. And for these, they're talking about they're still filling them with helium, which surprised me. I mean, it's safer than hydrogen, I suppose. But
helium's also a finite resource, which is weird to me.
Right. We have a shortage of helium on the planet.
So, but the thing is in this case, they don't have to dump helium like you would in other cases. All right. So, one of the deals with like the Hindenburg, and the reason it had an issue is that the balloons were open at the bottom, so they could actually like close the balloon up and it would just exhaust it out the bottom of the airship, like an orifice. But now with the technology we have, we can just pump it back into tanks, so it's not necessarily as wasteful.
Okay.
So it's a lot better. It's more like It's more like a submarine that can flood its ballast, but then when it dumps its ballast, it's dumping it back into air tanks most of the time. And I mean, yeah, helium is a finite resource for us at the moment, even though most of the universe is made of helium. We just can't readily get it right now.
Can't gather it.
By the time we got the technology for helium, we'll have much more interesting technology. But I mean, technically, hydrogen's fairly safe as long as you're not near an open flame, but I don't think you'd be able to get past a PR.
Yeah.
One thing I learned is that the Hindenburg did 48 successful trips before it had a problem.
I don't think the hydrogen was the problem. From what I understood, there was some sort of a coating on the outside of the balloon.
Yeah, it was just a malfunction, wasn't it? And it just
and yeah, it caught fire. This coating, because if you watch the film footage of the Hindenburg going up, it's a big ball of flame. If you've ever seen hydrogen catch fire, it doesn't look anything like that. It's just a big flash and gone.
Oh, okay.
So now the hydrogen probably burnt off quickly too, but
the hydrogen was the big fireball at the beginning, but I have never seen something burn so completely as the
I was going to say, it was very cinematic when the Hindenburg went up. Now, and I may be late to the game on this, not knowing this, but I didn't know about the USS Akron until it came up in a book that I was just finished reading.
Yes.
The Akron, the reason that the Navy decided to jettison the rigid airship technology because of, the Akron just went down. I mean, it was just got caught in a storm and it went down.
It's funny about that because they built two. They built two like it because they wanted to have aircraft carriers essentially. And the one guy who was on the original one that crashed in the storms,
three guys survived.
One. Huh?
Three guys survived the Akron.
Yeah, 3. And one of them went on to being on the next one that survived a storm as well, but barely. The thing was that the tail was not kept breaking during the high winds.
Yeah, so I had never even
had to ground
heard
them
of it.
because it wasn't getting along what they wanted it to do.
Yeah. I didn't know that was like I mean, I knew like the Hindenburg and airships and stuff, but I didn't know that was like considered a actual potential thing that they were using. And it was a minor plot point in a book that I was reading. I'm like, wait a minute, is this real? Like, oh my god.
Oh yeah. No, they wanted them because we have so much ocean, and they're actually exceedingly great for reconnaissance, to the point of the military had a under wraps war game between each other. They had bet essentially that the guy who was running the airships could not find the president. I think it was President Eisenhower out on one of the boats. But it was either Lyndon Johnson, not Eisenhower.
That's
they delivered that day's mail to the plane and to the boat.
but the Akron was in 33. Lyndon Johnson.
So
was
the 1960s is when, or it was late 50s when the other one was. The two
Oh,
others
okay.
were. Yeah, so
I was going to say because the Akron was 33. I think that was somebody else.
But yeah, they had a rigid airship up until like the 50s. And what happened is that the president of the United States was on vacation out on a military boat in an undisclosed area in the Atlantic, and the airship took that day's mail for that boat and almost hit the president with it by dropping it on the deck. But they proved the fact that they found him in under 4 hours.
Well,
So that was kind of it was a publicity stunt to prove the point that the airships
found him and killed him, and there's that.
For the fact that they have such range for reconnaissance, because especially with the Sparrow planes they had to be able to launch, they could basically cover this massive wide area where you have the airship going like this, and the airplanes can go back and forth like this from the airship. They can cover thousands of miles of ocean from a very good vantage point. But yeah, sorry, I know a little bit about that.
Like I said, I may have been late to the game. I didn't know that was a thing, and like I said, it just came up in the book I was reading, and looked up to see if it was real.
Very much a footnote. It's hard to find unless you like literally look up military airships for the U.S. military, and then suddenly you get like, there's a bunch of YouTubers have been doing it in the last couple of years, so that information is more out than it was, 30, 40 years ago.
Well, this was the book it was Ghosts of Harvard. It's about a girl that goes to Harvard investigating her brother's death, and thinks that her brother was schizophrenic, and she thinks she's hearing voices too, but she actually is. She's hearing ghosts. She's like crossing with people from the past, and one of them is a young enlisted man who's about to go off, and she'd never heard of it either, and she thought he would be safe and not get sucked into World War II. Because they're, like I said, they're just kind of communicating in their heads, and so he's like, I've been assigned to the USS Akron, and so she's like, oh, he'll be safe from World War II, because that's coming up for him. And then she Googled USS Akron, and she's like, oh no,
oh shit,
yeah. But when she found out the truth about the ghosts that were talking to her, then they were like gone. Like once she knew about their time streams, yeah, it was a wild book. It was really good. But yeah, so yeah, that was, like I said, it was just a minor plot point. And I'm like, wait a minute. She's already used a couple of historical ghosts, because Oppenheimer is also one of the time streams that she crosses in the book.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's actually a really good book. It was interesting. A lot of good details about everybody. So not steampunk, dark academia, but still good. So.
Dark academia. That's be a good name for some music, for some good music there too.
Dark academia is one of my favorite genres. It's elite private schools and weird mysteries and
I feel like the boundary between dark academia and steampunk and some others, Goblin Core, it's all getting a little fuzzy.
Yes.
Well, dark academia. Yeah, dark academia can go in. Because some of them I've read are just straight mysteries. Some of them bring in, witches and ghosts and all sorts of stuff. And I like
Indiana Jones. I feel like would be part of dark academia. Really. No, not that adventure kind of like it belongs in the museum.
It's not adventure. No, dark academia generally takes place. There's some kind of either an elite private school or an Ivy college or something, and there's a mystery
Harry Potter.
Kinda. There's a mystery that has to be unraveled. And like I said, it can be straight somebody's usually dead. Dark academia involves somebody that dies, and you have to figure out what happened. There's a group of friends that are involved that, one of them, So Donna Tartt's The Secret History is one that most people know about, but there's some really good ones. I have lists of them because this is what I do every fall. I read these from like September until February and just plow through them, but there's a lot of really good ones. It's like I said, it's the atmosphere, crunchy leaves in the fall and spooky mysteries and mean girls and ghosts.
Pumpkin spice, lots of pumpkin spice.
Yes, pumpkin spice and Ugg boots and dark academia. That is me in the fall.
Yeah. Sounds like a bad TV show waiting to happen.
Hi, I am your basic white girl. What can I say?
It's all right. My basic white girl comes out in October too, especially for pumpkin spice.
Hey, you know what? If that is what makes people feel good, just let them have it. Let me have my Uggs and my pumpkin spice. Bring me comfort. And my candles, right now I've got my Haunted Cemetery candle going, and I also have it's a Ghost Cemetery and Haunted Mansion. And then they also have a Pumpkin King candle. They're like the big fat jar candles, and they smell really good.
Which one smells like Fruit Loops?
None of them. The Ghost Cemetery kind of smells like sweet, almost like sugar cookies. And the Haunted Mansion is kind of spicy. So I put that one in the bedroom. So and I use the other one in the living room.
Light the cemetery candle, because that's gonna be some sort of like
that'll kill the mood. Light a little Haunted Mansion to set the romantic mood.
Quick. It's like, look, there's a severed head in the toilet. Let's go make out behind the barn.
Darkly atmospheric, I'm telling you. We're gonna set up that giant scarecrow with the pumpkin head on it in the front yard, probably in front of our bedroom window. So I told my husband, I'm gonna have to keep reminding myself every night that it's a scarecrow and it's not a person standing out there in front of our window.
Because I get the backyard. That's
the front yard. It's gonna be right because our bedroom window is right on the street.
You should.
But that's like the best place to put it because that's the bulk of our yard. So
one day when he's not looking, you should move it right up against the window and not looking in, and tell him
he won't get scared. I will. I'll scare myself.
Open the window. He's scared. Flap open the windows, and there it is.
Well, because I just have like the shears over the windows, so you can see. Yeah, you can see like. Because there's a street light right out there that points down into it. So
perfect. You get that nice shadow effect going if it's standing there. And...
scare the shit out of myself. Yeah, probably every night from now till November.
I mean, we didn't realize you needed to poop so bad, but they make chocolate for that.
So yes, decorations will be going up shortly.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it to myself.
Very excited. And I still need a wedding dress. Yeah, and I should have been more specific with my Facebook post because I said something about a wedding dress and everybody's like, Goodwill or thrift stores, which I appreciate, but I should have been specific, which is why I took it down, which is I want to be Miss Havisham, so it needs to be high-necked and long-sleeved, Regency style. Really specific, probably not going to find that in a random... Why I was wondering...
to make the ones where they cut up like right here and...
Well, I want like the high lacy neck and, and the long sleeve.
Something you'd see from the movie Dune that everyone will be wearing.
Or Jane Austen novel, more appropriately, since Miss Havisham would have been married in the Regency era. And also, by the way, she's always played by old ladies. She was like 35. If you calculate her age correctly.
The hill.
She was like, well, I mean, I guess for 1840s, yeah.
Put her in a home.
She was like 35.
Open the grave and dump her in.
But it would have been a Regency gown. And, she wanders around with only one shoe because she was still putting her shoes on when she found out that she was going to be jilted. Yeah. So she only ever wears one shoe. So I'm going to have like spiders and dead flowers in my hair and it's going to be awesome. But I need a dress.
Cobwebs.
Yes, but I need a dress. So, if anybody has a line on a high-necked, long-sleeved Regency-style dress that I probably can't find at your local Goodwill, let me know.
Yeah. I'll keep my eyes open.
And it doesn't have to be in perfect condition because I'm going to vintage it up myself with some tea and, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's what I need. Everything else is cake, but that's going to be the hard part. And I can't sew, so it's not going to happen. And I'm not talking to my mom, so she can't make it for me. So
I know someone who sews.
Let me know. Yes, but I'm not going to ask Kitty to make me a Miss Havisham dress right when we're in the middle of, fairs and things.
Moment in time, yeah.
Yeah. See, she just said not me. No. And I checked Etsy, but Etsy is not the way it used to be.
Nope, it's now full of Chinese people doing Chinese sales of just random mass-produced stuff.
Well, that's because Etsy started allowing people to pay for promoted listings. So all the actual small business owners that can't afford that,
get
pooped on. So, well, it is 8:59.
What a way to leave that.
It is.
All
What?
right.
You know, you're allowed to say, Blue Stocking, could you please shut up?
Oh no.
Who's talking? Please shut up.
Me?
I'm not
I
inclined
respond to that very well.
Nah, you're fine. You're fine.
If I'm telling you to shut up, things have gone terribly sideways long
Like,
before.
just
I don't
Gonna
I
need to
don't
come
like
in with
tell people to shut up.
levers and
usually.
fulcrums to get it back on track.
So
We can-
I have a pirate joke that
Okay.
I will leave you with.
Please bring it.
The lookout sees a pirate ship sailing their way, and the captain shouts to his mate, "Bring me my red shirt!" The first mate brings his red shirt, the captain dons it, and the pirates attack. They climb aboard, and the captain draws his sword and fights bravely and leads his men to victory. A few days later, the lookout screams, "Two pirate ships!" The crew shivers like scared mice, but the courageous captain hollers, "Bring me my red shirt!" And the battle commences. And after the battle, the first man asks, "Captain, why do you call for your red shirt before battle?" The captain replies, "So that if I'm stabbed, you will not see me bleeding." The next morning, the lookout screams, 10 pirate ships! We are surrounded! And the crew goes silent. They look to the brave captain, waiting for his usual command. Calmly as ever, the captain bellows, "Bring me my brown pants!"
That's what I was waiting for.
Bring me the brown pants.
I've had those moments.
Yes.
Usually before a final.
Yeah.
And with that, let me tell you about the patrons who are helping
That
to support
nice
our
lead
show. Texas Steampunk Connection is supported in part by J.R. Seeger's A School for the Great Game. I was thinking about this when you were talking about Dark Academia.
Actually, the way, it sounds like it actually might. fall into
Edwardian
that.
teen Elizabeth
Yeah.
Bancroft resents being sent to a finishing school in India, but the college is in fact the British India School for Spies, teaching the family business of espionage, martial arts, and the Tibetan mystic arts. Probably somebody's dead too, based on what Ustaki's told us. School for the Great Game is the first in a Steampunk Raj series available on Amazon. We're also supported by Fair Treasures. Fair Treasures is a selection of Texas-made female-presenting costumes and accessories for steampunk and Renaissance wear, and one-of-a-kind imported jewelry. You can shop Fair Treasures at fairtreasures.com, fair spelled with an E, or on Etsy. We also want to thank our patrons. You can become a patron on Patreon and buy us a beer or support us in one of the higher level tiers. Tonight, we want to thank Jenny and Ryan Shaver. I mentioned Jenny earlier because she's got a birthday coming up.
Happy birthday.
If not today, I'm not sure. We also
Sometime
have a certified aeronaut, Natalie McTavish, supporting us, and a generous grant from the crew of the airship Aberfeldy. That's Rita and Lawrence Allen. Thank you, guys. We always appreciate you. All right. Is there anything else we want to touch on before we go into
Before I go play Liza P.
out?
Before you go do that, I want to drop one thing I forgot to mention earlier was that if you want to be at this very end of Talk Like a Pirate Day, listen to some good pirate music. I'm dropping Master
Vlogging
Bones
Mom.
Jangle in the chat here.
What's this? What's this?
You don't know Master Bones Jangle?
Oh, yes. Okay. I've seen
Yeah,
him.
he's the one he's usually the pirate singing at Steampunk November.
Actually, if we're talking about some pirate music, I would suggest, where's the album? Flogging Molly has some really, really good.
Well, yeah, but do you know
What?
Flogging Molly personally?
What are you talking about?
I know Master Bones Jangle personally. We were in a tournament against each other. It was an epic battle. I even have pictures of it on my Facebook. If you want to see that, you go click on my background on my
No,
page.
I don't know
And
anybody. I'm just saying, if we're talking about piratey stuff, then check out Swagger by Flogging Molly. They got some good stuff
That's
on
a-
there. So
that one's a good one, yeah.
Swagger's a really good. Actually, most of their stuff is good, but yeah, check them out.
And if you're more into rap and hip hop scene, look up Captain Dan and the Scurvy Crew.
I like how you pulled that. If you're into rap and or hip hop,
I know.
What?
ho ho jolly ho
I
good.
know.
very much down with the sickness these days myself. Yes.
I'm getting better. All right, Flavio, do your worst.
So, once again, thank you for listening. You can find us again on Facebook at Texas Steampunk Connection for any comments, questions, suggestions. If you know of something happening steampunk that's happening soon, we can put it on our calendar, on our Patreon, as well as the list of over 100 comics and graphic novels, steampunk and Weird West related.
You can also email us at texassteampunkconnection@gmail.com. And we're a streaming podcast, texassteampunkconnection.podbean.com.
And if you lose it on Facebook and you want to watch a rerun of this show at any point in time on YouTube, you can go find them on Steam Chest.
And although we've made many, many jokes about Twitter, you can look for us at TX Steam Connect 1 on Twitter.
I never use it. I never look at it. I don't know. I don't understand Twitter. Yeah, so once again, thank you very much. And until next time, mind your gauges.
Mind your gauges.